How you doing, everybody? Titan Uprising. Thank you for tuning in. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. We're almost to 70 subscribers. My goal is to hit 100 by the end of the month. It's close. Help me get there if you can. I appreciate it. So today's video, I want to get into Deandre Hopkins. He was just released by the Arizona Cardinals. And I want to make a case here why Tennessee needs to sign this guy. What they have going for them in order to sign him. And I'm going to debunk this whole he's injury ridden and he can't stay healthy and he's not producing and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to squash all that too. So we're going to dive right into this, and I'm going to pop up on a screen right now the stats for DeAndre Hopkins throughout his career, all the way to 2013, his rookie season. As you can see, 16 games played. 2014, 16 games played. 2015, 16 games played. 2016, 16 games played. 2017, 15 games played. 2018, 16 games played. 2019, 15 games played. 2020, 16 games played. 2021, he did get hurt there. That's 10 games played. Then last year, he had the suspension due to the PED drug enhancement that he got hit with for the random drug test. So he did get suspended. So he only played 9 games last year. But you can see last year, 9 games, 64 catches for 96 targets, 717 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Still very productive. This guy's total stats here, 853 receptions, 1,371 targets, 11,298 yards with a 13.2 average, and 71 touchdowns with a long of 76. This guy, in my opinion, is building a Hall of Fame career. If he gets to, let's just say, 15,000 receiving yards and 100 touchdowns, I could see him making it. Maybe not a first ballot, but, you know, he's one of the better receivers in the NFL. He's one of the best of the era. I mean, this guy was just constantly, if you look there from 2018 to 2020, constantly hitting 100 receptions, which is great for a receiver. He also didn't really have the greatest quarterback play in the beginning of his career. A lot of his best seasons there came with Deshaun Watson. And that's where I'm going to get at as well, or get into as well, I should say. His offensive coordinator in Houston was our current offensive coordinator right now, Tim Kelly. So there's a connection there. Another connection would be Derrick Henry. Those two have worked out together in the offseason in the past, most recently being last offseason. So I could see that happening. So we have Derrick Henry going for us. We have Tim Kelly going for us. The chance to beat up on Houston twice a year is always a perk for him, I would say. You know, he didn't really leave there in the greatest terms. Bill O'Brien did a great job at dismantling that team, didn't he? So, guys, I would like to see us sign him. Now, we don't have to trade for him now because he's cut. So we don't have to worry about that big cap hit. We don't have to worry about draft capital either. So it makes more sense. We could free up some cap room. There's always ways to free up cap room. We can extend Henry, free up some space. I would love to see that personally. So there's always a way to do that. I don't want to see us extending Tannehill. I want this to be his last year. I'm pretty sure you guys know my feelings on that one. But there's ways to do this, and I think he'd be a great fit in our wide receiver room. I think you have him with a second-year upcoming Burks. Then you can have like a guy like Chris Moore, who's, you know, like he came from Houston as well. So, you know, you can have a guy like that step in and be a wide receiver 3 or 4 maybe. Maybe Racey McMath steps up. NWI could be the true wide receiver 4 or hopefully 5 that I think he is. Kyle Phillips could get into the slot. We have good tight ends. So I would like to see that. I think he could add a different element to this team. I'd like to see us sign him for a 2 to 3 year deal. You know, I could see him getting somewhere around a $10 million a year average. Maybe 10 to 15 range. You know, a 3-year, $30 million deal, I would be very happy with if we got him for that. I would consider that a little low. I think he could go for more because he proved that he could produce last year. And I would like to see us get this guy. I think we need a wide receiver, obviously. We are really thin at the position, and we could use a guy like this. And I just wanted to get more into the injury history here. And I'm not going to pop this up on the screen, but I will read through it really quick. September 20th, 2015, Hopkins suffered a concussion in week 2, but was able to play the following week. December 23rd, 2014, he popped up on the week 17 injury report, but played in the game with a ligament tear in his right wrist. He had surgery after the season. And I'm not sure why this isn't in order on the dates, but it starts again at dates after that, so I apologize for that. August 17, 2013, Hopkins sustained a concussion in the second preseason game. He missed the following week and sat out the fourth, which he probably would have anyway, before returning for the regular season. So right there for 3 years, from 2013, 14, and 15, the only thing that happened is he had surgery after the season. And you guys could tell just by the what I showed you earlier, he played all 16 games in the first 4 seasons of his career. So these are just minor injuries, guys. And he had surgery after the season. How many guys get that? He had no injury in 2016, which is one of the other years that he played all the games. Now we get into 2017. He injured his left calf in week 16, and he missed the final game of the season. Okay, they weren't in playoff contention, so that's why they did that. I'm not going to knock them for that at all. 2018, no injuries, played the entire season. 2019, he suffered a grade 3 AC joint sprain in his right shoulder in the playoffs versus the Colts, and he was withdrawn from the Pro Bowl. Not worried about that either. Okay. You see where I'm going here, guys? I'm not worried about the injury history stuff is BS. So August 16, 2020, he missed the last 3 days of practice with hamstring tightness during training camp. September 30th, 2020, he missed practice ahead of week 4's matchup with the Panthers due to an ankle injury. He was active at Carolina and played that game. October 21st, 2020, battled an ankle issue ahead of the game versus the Seahawks. He played through it. December 10th, 2020. There's a lot of little minor injuries here in 2020 if you can't tell. December 10th, though, 2020, he dealt with a neck injury and then played against the Giants. Then he also dealt with a back injury as well at the same time against the Giants, but he played. So he had 2 injuries there and played. Didn't have surgery at the end of the season. September 22nd, 2021, he had a rib injury leading up to the week 3 game. Didn't miss any game. He was bothered by a hamstring issue ahead of the week 8 game, October 25th, 2021. And he did aggravate that hamstring when he played against the Packers on October 28th of 2021, and he missed 3 games. And then he suffered a torn MCL December 13th, 2021 against the Rams, and he missed the rest of the season. So if you want to say he's injury prone, 2020, 2021 had some history, had some injuries there, but he didn't miss a lot of time. So I'm not worried about it. And then the last one here, December 29, 2022, he had a flare-up late in the week, but he missed week 17 and 18. So, the last 3 years, if you want to say the injury started coming in a little bit, they did. I'm looking at it as the guys had a little injuries. He played through them. If you pull this up on Tom Brady, the guy was on the injury report all the freaking time he played. This guy's playing. He's not like he's injury prone. He's not. So just get that out of your head if you guys can. And look at the positives. We have cap room next year. Load it into next year and the year after. Give him a big bonus this year. We need a wide receiver. I think there's ties there, like I said earlier, with Tim Kelly and Derrick Henry. Maybe he's not the most thrilled person in the room to come join Ryan Tannehill, but maybe he's thrilled to join a guy like Will Levis down the road. We will see. I do think this guy's going to want to chase a ring. Don't think he ends up with Tennessee, unfortunately. I think he ends up going to, I could see the Buffalo Bills getting him. Maybe New England makes a push and gets him. Um, I would definitely say the Bills right now are my favorite to land him. That would make them even more good, or I should say better than they are. So let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see Deandre Hopkins on the Tennessee Titans? Do you think he ends up on the Tennessee Titans? And if not, who do you think he ends up with? And what do you think the contract is too? Like I said, I would love to see a 3-year, $30 million if he lands with us, but I could see it going. I could see him getting a 3-year, $45 million. Be really interested to see how that works and who pays what. We're out of free agency now in the draft. Teams are signing their draft picks right now, and they need cap room to do that. So, it's not like everybody has the most cap room in the NFL right now. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how that plays out and who goes for them. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk soon. Tighten up, everybody.